Hello and welcome to episode number 28 of Light the Eye, presented by the U of I Credit Union. I'm Scott Beatty.
And I'm Robert Rosenthal.
And coming up, Big Ten tournament time is here for men's basketball. The Illini play Friday. We're going to preview that and walk down Big Ten tournament memory lane. We're coming to you from the Center for Innovation and Teaching and Learning on the U of I inside the Armory building.
You know, walking into said Armory building, that's why I like being on campus like this. I get little moments like this. I'm walking in, pass a student on their phone walking the other way, so I get one little tiny portion of their conversation. The words he was saying to his friend was, "I have a midterm in the morning. I don't think I can." Those are the only words. You know, I'm going to look in the camera for this. You ready? Son, listen here. You can. Okay? All right? Yes, you have a midterm in the morning, but you still can. Your old Uncle Robert here, academic probation 2 times, okay? We'll acknowledge that. But your Uncle Robert here was able to pull it off by saying, I have a midterm in the morning. I don't think I can. Actually, you know what? I can. So to whoever you were, student walking along Armory just about 20 minutes ago, yes, you can. I just wanted to deliver that message specifically to him. Yes, you can just sleep 3 hours. You can get up, set your alarm, get up at 5 and start studying for that midterm. There are ways. That's what I want to communicate. That's what I want to let everybody know today. Thumbs up, dude.
Well, I'll just add in then to whoever you are that you too one day can grow up and influence the next generation.
That's right. You too can inspire generations by talking about how you were on academic probation twice, but still got that diploma.
Anyway, Big Ten tournament time.
Great way to open.
We can. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
And first, we
got to do that thing. We
should
should do it right here. We should light the eye. Oh, is it? Here it comes. There it is.
welcome in. We've got Big Ten tournament talk to
Yes.
get to, but before we do, I want to bring in producer Maisie Garrett, who is here with us because, well, I'm just curious. First of all, hello, Maisie. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Have you, put you on the spot, have you, in your college career, pulled the all-nighter? Have you said, yes, I can do both?
I have. My first all-nighter was actually last year, my junior year, and it was hard, but I did it. It was for some sort of midterm essay thing, but got it done.
Good for you. And here's my question. I'm going to brag. Well, I don't know if it's bragging, but I never did the all-nighter. I had a group project that took us to 4 a.m., and then we had to present at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So that's as far as I got.
Okay.
But I am the worst if I don't get sleep. Other people can kind of function. I just don't.
Ready to take this in another direction?
No, I just want to ask you, Maisie, if you're willing, was it necessary or was it a bit lack of, we've all been there. Well, if I had planned better, it wouldn't have been necessary.
Oh, it was not necessary at all.
Okay.
I am really good at procrastinating, especially when it comes to homework. So, yeah, definitely could have been better planning.
And now, the other side of the story.
Okay.
I'll have you both guess, okay? Sophomore year, just my sophomore year here. 1992-93 season. Yes, my season that I was in. How many all-nighters do you think I pulled in just that 1 year of school?
You have a specific
I have
number.
a specific number I know. I'll let you both guess. How many all-nighters?
I think my guess is 10. I feel like 10 is safe based off how you are speaking of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my thing, where I would give you wiggle room.
Mm-hmm.
The people I knew in my life that were in architecture
Yes.
regularly had to pull all-nighters. That's why I was asking you, Maisie. Like, sometimes it's self-inflicted. I spent too much time doing other things.
Yes.
But architecture, for whatever reason, just takes forever.
Yes.
And you just live in a studio. Now, you add the modifier landscape, which we all know is way less rigorous
Yes.
of an academic discipline.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, what do they even get in a
probably-
college degree for?
There's only maybe
in
been
landscape
2
architecture.
people ever that end up on probation in that.
That's right. Really hard to do.
So the word architecture is carrying a lot of weight for
It
me
does.
there.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go north of 30, but I'm going to guess that 20 of those, 2/3 of them, didn't need to happen that way.
Okay. The total is 19 all-nighters.
Okay.
I know this because we had drafting desks in the sophomore landscape architecture studio over in Mumford Hall. Shout out Mumford Hall. And I kept a tally. You know, you like make little hash marks, like you scratch the wood. So I just had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 19, just sophomore year. All told, all 5 years, at least 50. At least 50, but the most was sophomore year. 50 times watching the sunrise. It was fun. It was fun. Look, I don't know if people know this, like ROTC often jogs around campus like 4:30 in the morning, the ROTC kids. So we would just, like, hey, it's 4:15.
You'd go join
Get
them?
ready to throw things at the... No, I didn't say throw things. I just said yell things. That's what I meant. You'd get ready to yell things. Let me tell you how big of a deal it was when the trash guy came. That was the year they got the trash trucks that would dunk the dumpster behind their head kind of thing. It grabs the dumpster and dunk. That was brand new for like spring of 1993. That was an exciting moment in the middle of the night. And there were a ton of people there, like you said.
You think AI is cool.
Yes, you think
Should've
that's
seen
cool.
the dump trucks we had in the 90s.
Yes, running to the 24-hour convenience store over by Timpones or over by Espresso Royale, getting stuff at 4 in the morning. Those were the days, and I miss pulling all-nighters.
Okay, I'm going to share a tidbit about the planning for this episode.
Yep.
And we'll see if Maisie edits it out, because I didn't say that she was going to say. I didn't tell her I was going to say this.
Got it.
Okay, so I saw Maisie earlier today at a media event, and I said, we need to be out at a certain time because I have somewhere to be.
Yep.
And I said, I need you to help me keep Robert
On task?
on task.
She have a BB gun over there or something?
And she said, yeah, I'll try to keep something to the effect of, I'll try to keep Robert's crazy stories to a minimum. And then you paused. You said, well, actually, I like his crazy stories.
People are here for the crazy stories.
My own sister called me.
Yes?
You don't know my sister.
I do not. Never
She doesn't
met
live
her.
in this state.
Uh-huh.
U of I alum. She's hooked.
Yeah?
She's like,
She
Robert's
said
really
that
funny.
guy and
He's
his
really
stories.
Which is sort of an insult to me. I'm trying anyway. He's funny.
I'm
Okay.
sure if my sister listened, she would say that she finds you to be funny, but not
So
me.
we're like 3 crazy stories into this now, Maisie. I don't know how we're doing.
Oh, we're watching the clock. We got the clock right there. We're good.
Okay.
We're on it. We're ready. Let's do it.
The Big Ten tournament,
Yes.
I had to look this up. I forgot it started. We are recording this on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. It started yesterday.
It started yesterday. I
crazy.
honestly had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew in concept that it started. It's an 18-team tournament, and yesterday it started with Maryland, Oregon, Penn State, and Northwestern.
Yep.
And I don't know if we want to get into this or not, the merits of that, but there is something to a few hundred people showing up to a tournament for 4 teams that don't have much of a shot.
And I think it was the outcry from last year, right? Like last year, they did the thing where they only had, 15 teams
Yes.
in the tournament. And so because...
And one of them that missed it was Nebraska.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They went out. They went on. Didn't they win the NIT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, that's why they had the longest winning streak for such a long time this season.
Yeah.
Because they didn't lose at the end
So
of
it's
last
that whole
season.
debate of if you leave somebody out, you might be leaving out somebody who has a capability of playing their way in,
Yes.
and everybody gets a shot.
Yep. And there's that whole thing of like there's 365 teams in Division 1 and 68 make the tournament, but technically everybody has a chance to make the tournament because you could go 0-31 but then win your conference tournament and go to the tournament.
Yes.
So there's this whole, like, it's the play-in for the NCAA, and that's why there was such an outcry of 3 teams not even getting the chance to attempt that, which we will get to because, you know, when there used to be 11 teams, a certain 11th team once almost won it and made their way to the NCAA. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we kind of already talked in our last episode about the path for Illinois.
Yep.
They are still, at this moment, as we record, going to face one of 3 opponents, USC, Washington, or Wisconsin. Maryland's already won today. They've advanced into the...
Wait, Maryland beat... Well, who did they play? Iowa?
Whoa, I said that wrong.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
Iowa has already beaten Maryland.
That would have been crazy. Maryland had to play 48 hours after our game on Sunday. Like, they had to get to Chicago and then play on Tuesday late afternoon.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But
that would be 3 games of 4 days for them.
Iowa won. They'll play Ohio State tomorrow.
Okay.
But Illinois will get the winner of Wisconsin versus TBD, USC or Washington. But this is, what is this the first time Illinois has ever started in a quarterfinal? No, you could always do that before.
You could do it before. It was a double bye. This is the
It's
first
just
triple bye.
But the first time they've had the opportunity for a triple bye.
Yes. First ever triple bye.
And it was just interesting hearing Brad Underwood speak today. He did offer almost 2 sides of a coin. One is, if I'm playing a game, I'm playing to win. And this will relate to my memory in a moment. The other side of it is, the team's in a good spot. They're a lock for the tournament. I don't know if they just don't show up and get their doors blown off on Friday.
Does it affect the seed?
If that really drops you, that might.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you probably can't play yourself into a 1, but you could really get a more favorable 2 seed. Is that right?
Yes. I mean,
there's no 1, right?
Yes.
There's no 1.
There's no 1, and the favorable 2 is such a crapshoot because
of other.
It depends on where Michigan is placed, and you can't be opposite Michigan. So, you know, you could win this tournament and be the number 6 instead of the number 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it didn't matter because you were going to be playing Duke in the South anyway, or you're going to be playing Arizona in the West anyway, because that's the only way they could make the bracket work. So yes, I don't know if there's much to be moved. If you drop from a 2 to a 3, obviously that's something. But it feels like even regardless of the outcome of this weekend, you're probably still ahead of Purdue and Iowa State on the seed line, so you're probably going to St. Louis, and you know all of that is still in play.
Well, that ties to one of my 2 Big Ten memories that I want to share, tournament memories.
Okay.
And the first was 2024, 2 years ago.
Okay.
3 straight come-from-behind victories. And the whole question of that it gets thrown around every year, the necessity of the tournament, the merits of the tournament outside of what it's obviously there for, a fan experience, a television event. When Illinois won that tournament, what I saw with my own eyes was a team that very much cared that they just won that tournament.
Yeah.
They celebrated. The staff was ecstatic to whatever you could see in public and behind the scenes.
Yep.
So it meant something. And I mean, I don't know if there's some sort of shades of game planning that are different because the stakes aren't the highest like they are in the NCAA tournament. But to the naked eye, yeah, they want to win this thing.
Absolutely. They did the stomp on the stage.
I think it's similar to the bowl question.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it has that feel. Yeah.
Hey, how hard did, the last 2 years, Illinois has certainly gone into the bowl game going, we want to win. Against an SEC team that may or may not have felt like we just got a consolation prize.
Sure. Yep. South Carolina felt like that. They talked about before the Citrus Bowl was like, we should be in the playoff.
So that's my first memory that I want to share.
Yeah, I what I remember about that is you guys were doing the post-game show, and didn't they like unplug the electric from because it was the final game, so you're like in the middle of the post-game show, and suddenly the guys are like, all right, that was the last game, break everything down, unplug.
Anytime you're in what's usually an NBA arena or a neutral arena, not a college arena,
yep,
I guarantee you there is a group of people waiting to pull plugs.
Yes.
Often it's because the circus is in town or the hockey team is playing in 12 hours and we've got to change this arena over, so they are ready to go
Yep.
as soon as that horn hits.
Yep.
And there's certain people that are still on the air.
Yes.
Particularly if you won a championship, there's a little bit of extra glow that you got to get through.
Yeah. And
So-
and up there, it was like a team of like 10 guys descended on the scores table and press row and everything else, and just like, all right, strike the set. We need all this stuff done in the next half hour. So
My other sub memory of that is just that Minneapolis is a fun town.
Yeah.
It's a good host city.
yeah, it was great. It was
Yeah.
great, and that was, look, that's a lot of what the Big Ten tournament can be. So Illinois played Wisconsin in that final, as people may know. Like downtown Minneapolis is 40 miles from the Wisconsin border. There were a large number of Wisconsin fans from that corner of the state who maybe weren't there for the semifinal game. I think they played Purdue on Saturday.
As opposed to the number of Penn State fans that showed up in
Yeah,
Chicago
Absolutely.
yesterday.
Yes. I mean, that was hey, Wisconsin's playing in the title game tomorrow. Let's get there. And so, yeah, it was probably 3 times the Wisconsin fans for the title game than there was for the semifinal game that Wisconsin had played. But yeah, it was a lot of fun in a quasi road arena. You go down by 10 for a third straight game, and you come back and pull it out. So, and it was a springboard for the Elite Eight run, right? Like that team had some ups and downs at the end of the season and had hopes of winning a Big Ten title, but didn't get there, and then hit the accelerator starting that Friday night against Ohio State in Minneapolis. So, yeah, that was a great one.
My other Big Ten tournament memory, 10 years ago today,
Okay.
March 11th, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who Illinois was playing?
Okay, 16 was the terrible season. That was like 13 and 18. I'm going to say we played Iowa. Who did we play?
We had beaten Iowa the day before.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So then we were into the quarterfinals.
Yep.
And just absolutely got steamrolled by Purdue.
Okay.
But 10 years ago today,
Mm-hmm.
my daughter was born.
Oh, well, happy birthday to your daughter.
And the connection to the Big Ten tournament was I had messaged several of my radio colleagues at the station, and it got passed on to Brian. And I'm listening to the game, and he reads on the air that my daughter Elena had been born and offered congratulations. And this goes out to the whole network.
That's
and I just
great.
thought it was so cool. And he
That's
said
great.
something effective. At least there's one bit of good news today, because it was at the point in the game where you knew Illinois wasn't coming back. It had gone analytically final.
Yes.
So I will always remember the day that Illinois just got stomped by Purdue in 2016 is still a good day.
That's
Happy
great,
birthday
though.
to my daughter.
That's great. Yes, happy
Double
birthday.
digits.
Yeah, how about that? Both your
Yeah.
kids in double digits now.
Yep.
Look at you.
Okay, that's part of the reason I got to get going.
Yeah, okay. Well, then I better hurry up and get through some of mine.
All right, Maisie.
Yes, get ready with the BB gun or whatever airsoft gun he gave you to shoot me. My biggest, probably my favorite Big Ten tournament memory is '99. So I have to set this up for people who are too young to remember. Big Ten tournament didn't happen until '98. There were no, Big Ten was kind of famous. It was Big Ten and Ivy League of like, we don't do postseason tournaments, and everybody else did. But the Big Ten and the Ivy League were like, no, we're above that. And so Big Ten finally put in a tournament in 1998. Illinois had a streak of a long time where Illinois either made the NCAA tournament or had a game to make the NCAA tournament for a long time. So Lou Henson missed in 1996. That's when he retired. 97 and 98, Illinois was in the Big Ten tournament. 98, Illinois won the Big Ten regular season. 99, those 5 seniors graduated, rebuilding year under Lon Kruger. I believe they went 30 and 13 on the season. were the last place seed, the number 11 seed going into the Big Ten tournament, and made a run to the final. So even though the NCAA tournament streak had all but ended, basically, Illinois had a game that Sunday to maybe make the NCAA tournament with an automatic seed. Lost to Michigan State. They ran out of gas. But that run, I was in Park City, Utah on a ski trip at the time. So we just kept going to this one bar to watch the game. And you know, that Saturday game against Ohio State, great game. Illinois pulled it out at the end. Michael Redd, I believe, for Ohio State, had a shot on a missed free throw. He rebounded in the corner and kind of spun, tried to make it that would have sent it to overtime, missed. We went crazy at the bar. And that crazy team that was 3-13 in the Big Ten actually had a shot against Michigan State, a very good Michigan State, the Mateen Cleaves Michigan State team, on that Sunday, but missed. But that was just so much fun, and that's what this tournament offers. Even when there's a terrible season, there's still that chance. There's still that moment of, can Illinois or can your team, whoever it is, make a little run here and get that automatic bid to the tournament, even though the season didn't earn that bid. So, you know, there are teams right now in Chicago that have that thought in their heads of like, look, we blew it, but maybe. And Illinois, as an 11 seed, as the last place team in the Big Ten, pulled it off.
Was that the tournament where Corey Bradford hit a game winner?
No, I believe that was 2000 maybe? No, wait. No, that was 98 tournament. The buzzer that beat Indiana?
No,
Yeah.
98 beat Wisconsin and lost to Purdue.
Okay. So when it was over Indiana, I know that. When was that game?
Oh.
I don't have anything in front of me.
Oh, that was 0-1, the
0-1.
semifinal.
Yeah. So
No. Lost to Indiana.
then it was 02 then. What happened in the 02 Big Ten tournament?
Beat Minnesota, lost to Ohio State.
Okay, I know the Corey Bradford.
It was a quarterfinal of 2000. There it is.
There it is, 2000. Okay.
March 10th,
So it was the year
2000.
after. Yep. Yeah, I know Bobby Knight was the
Illinois was the 4, Indiana was the 5.
okay. Yeah.
Quarterfinals, there it is.
Yep. Great play by Sergio McLean, who I just saw the other day randomly at a store. So yeah, it was a great era for the Big Ten tournament, like right when it started, because they had these moments like, hey, this seed is playing this seed, and hey, an 11 seed Illinois has a chance here, and you know, there was an Iowa team a few years later that had a chance to knock off Ohio State and get to the tournament. Like, it immediately became this thing of like, everybody was talking like, Big Ten needs a tournament. Every other conference has this. There's ways for the lower seeds to maybe get into the NCAA tournament. And then in the first few years, that 99 Illinois team, that 02 Iowa team, they all had these chances to actually to pull it off. It's still never happened. I think 01 Iowa was maybe a bubble team, and then they made their way in by winning the Big Ten tournament. But yeah, it quickly became that kind of thing. Always at the United Center to start at then, and those were the good old days of the BTT.
Brian Barnhart always likes the second round and the quarterfinals too, because it's when you have the most everybody's there, and there's sections of all the different schools, and you hear all the different fight songs, and there's a whole kind of like, we're all here together. It's a little family reunion of the Big Ten.
Yep.
Now it's grown.
Yes. And the
Used to be a little mom and pop operation.
The funniest thing to me about so that streak I was talking about, so 97 and 98, Illinois goes into the NCAA tournament. 99, no chance for the tournament, but made the final of the Big Ten tournament. 2000 through 2007, Illinois made the tournament. So the streak is alive, and 08, once again, a terrible season, and Illinois makes a run to the Big Ten tournament final. Lost to Wisconsin, I believe, that year. Again, both of those teams had done the play 4 games in 4 days, and by that fourth game, they went to press the gas pedal, and nothing happened. So it was that kind of a thing. But those are the moments. My biggest, probably my favorite Big Ten tournament moment, and I could talk about this forever. I know I can't. was
you can.
was
It's just at some point I'm leaving.
yes, was in 2021. So the context of 2021 is as people remember, the Michigan thing had happened. The conference announced that they would go by winning percentage. Michigan didn't play 3 games because of COVID. We don't have to go into that, but Illinois had the higher winning percentage. But what was it? Illinois was 17-3 in the Big Ten, and Michigan won it because they were 16-2 or 15-2 or whatever it was.
They played fewer games. Illinois had more wins, but Michigan had the better winning percentage.
Yes, and it was because Michigan had suspended sports during COVID for 2 weeks. There's a whole thing there. We could do a deep dive on that of Michigan women played once they got off that thing, and the men announced they were not ready for competition.
Like you're doing the thing now.
I just need to get my bitterness out before I say the rest of this. So there was that context going into it. There was a lot of Illinois-Iowa hate at the time. I mean, people can remember DeMonte Williams face-to-face with I can't remember the freshman from Iowa, the guard who he got face-to-face with. There was a lot of that animosity. It even went back a few years to when Iowa went for an alley-oop dunk with 3 seconds left in a blowout just to rub it in Illinois' face. And so there was all this animosity. All that went in that tournament.
They don't like them. They don't like us.
Yes. And the coaches almost came to blows, that as well. But the biggest part was there were finally fans. So the entire 2021 season, not a fan in any arena besides some parents allowed to attend a few games here and there. And then in the Dome, the first time fans were in the stands all season. So a ton of Illini fans went over. They sold 1/4 of the tickets. It was every other row, and there were 4 seats between every group. But it allowed fans to come to the game. So I remember that Friday night Rutgers game. Again, media had been allowed to attend all these events, so I'd been in empty arenas all winter. And all of a sudden, there's cheering. All of a sudden, Io hits a 3, and the crowd goes nuts. And you remember, oh, this is what college basketball is like. So it was in that context that they blew out Rutgers on Friday night, that they beat hated Iowa on Saturday with Andre Curbelo playing the game of his life, and then in overtime beat Ohio State on Sunday to lay claim to say, look, Michigan lost in the semifinals to Ohio State. We are the true Big Ten champions for 2021. All that context culminated, plus the fans being there.
Was that the file
Huge
folder
moment.
with Trent? Or was that a different game?
I don't.
Trent holding up, he'd written Big Ten champs or something and just held it up as a sign.
I remember that, but I don't remember that being in Indy. Maybe it was. I don't remember. My biggest memory is that was the Kofi Georgie amazing press conference. If I can find the clip, I'll put it in right here. Pause.
Georgie, using only one word, describe how you felt when the fans started the Georgie.
Amazing! Let's go, Big Ten champs, baby.
All right.
And we're back. But that was the moment of, he had been using the word, and so I asked that last question of, hey, Georgie, this and that, and I let him walk it off. So that was so much fun. Again, an entire season of I'm in empty arenas, in a mask, isolated, sitting by myself, and suddenly surrounded by fans again. That was the best Big Ten tournament by far.
All right, 2 things I want to leave with you.
Yep.
Number 1, check out Maisie's Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
David Mirkovic was asked about the baby he was holding, and he confirmed it is, in fact, his niece.
Okay. His sister's child.
His sister's child.
Mm-hmm.
And he shared about it, but there's some good back and forth he had with the media.
Excellent.
So check that out. But he says he's reached Unc status. You've already called yourself Uncle Robert today, and I just want you to know.
Look, I'm so far beyond Unc status. I am multiple grandfather status. I am way beyond all of that. Yeah. So, yes.
The other thing, report today in Sports Illustrated from Kevin Sweeney that there will be college basketball international games being played in Croatia and Serbia, or at least it's a proposed event.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Underwood was non-committal today, and context, there's some conflict going on in Eastern Europe right now that could be problematic.
Sure.
But I hope it happens.
That would be...
And are you going?
Heck yes, I'm going. Better.
That's not how
well,
you
I
say
think-
it, Robert.
I think
Robert,
my
are you going to Croatia to watch basketball?
100%. Yes, I think my passport's expired, so I better get on that.
Yeah, you don't want to be late.
Yes. Throw it to break because when we come back from break, it's just me here, and then the chaos begins.
Oh, gosh. You said you needed a host. We'll be right back on Lexi.
Welcome back to Light the Eye. Maisie, go to the wide shot real quick. Somebody had to leave. So that means old Robert gets the whole studio to himself. There's no one to say, like, hey, you got to stop talking about that. There's nobody. I guess, Maisie, I guess you could do that if you had to. But, really, I could just talk about whatever. I could give you 45 minutes on landscape architecture sophomore studio or anything like that. So I don't know. Is there anything, Maisie, are there any questions that you would have for me in this moment of Scott's not here? We can talk about anything.
That's
I know I
See,
just put you on the spot.
this is an opportunity.
Okay. Yes. I like it.
Now, what do I want to do with this opportunity?
Yes.
Okay, I mean-
especially since I'm putting you right on the spot here.
Right, and that's okay. I
Mm-hmm.
guess. I mean, we're heading in a Big Ten tournament. This is my first time covering it.
Yep.
What are the little tips and tricks you have about covering Big Ten tournament?
That's really good. Because I have a lot I could say about that. So first, it's not going to be like Champaign, meaning there's really good access in the State Farm Center. Like Media Row is right there. You can be baseline. Anybody with a camera can be right there baseline, shooting video, shooting still photography. Everybody has a moment to do their job. It's real easy to get to the post-game press conference, all that. It is the exact opposite in Chicago, especially for the first few rounds. Like on Friday when there's 8 teams there, the Big Ten media people are juggling 8 sets of media. And so it will be like 2 people from every team can be close to the court, and then everybody else is in the hockey press box at the very, very, very top. Tyler and I, when we were covering the tournament there in 2023, I believe. Yeah, 2023. There was one game where we didn't even get a seat. Like, we're not on any of the seating charts, and the guy said, well, look, you can just watch the game on TV here in the media room, and I mean, like where the cameras were for the post-game press conference, just watch the game on TV there, and then you'll be here already for the post. And we're like, we're here to like watch and cover the game kind of thing. So it is totally different from the media side. There is a huge advantage to being media in the State Farm Center because obviously I can sit really close and everything else, and you can sit there with your camera on the baseline and see all the action and hear what the players are saying and all that kind of thing. This weekend, just expect to be as far from the court as possible.
Yeah, I was kind of told that today because I was a little confused on how it worked.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I'm excited to see it though. I can't complain at all.
By the time you get to Sunday, there's 2 teams left, and then it's just 2 media people, so most everybody can be by the court and everything else. So by the time they reach that, it's fine. But it's just, I mean, you think about it. You've got media covering 8 teams all in the same arena at the same time. Yes, there's a morning session and evening session, but there are media for like the 8:30 p.m. game who will be there at 11 a.m., and they've just got to find spots for all of them. So, yeah, it's a very interesting switch from you feel like you have all this access in during the regular season, and then suddenly you get the postseason, and it's flipped upside down. Now, I will tell you this. Will you be covering the NCAA tournament as well?
If it is in St. Louis, hopefully.
Okay. The best thing about that, I don't know if people know this, is the NCAA has the widest, most open media policy of any arena of anything else. There
Really?
are open locker rooms. Like, you can attend shoot-around 2 days before the game, and then the players have a 30-minute where they are like in the locker room before or after the shoot-around, where the media is allowed just like it's 1980 87 again, and the reporters just all head straight to the locker room after the game, and nobody restricts you from talking to the players, and there's no anything else. You can just walk up to a player at his locker and ask him a question. So it goes from you have these certain rules during Big Ten games, then you get to the Big Ten tournament, and it's like a bunch of media there and nobody around, and then you go to the NCAA tournament, and it's like, okay, players for the next 45 minutes, you can just go talk to whoever. There's no one screening. There's no one like, okay, you can talk to this player for 10 minutes. It is wide open, and it's great. It's great. So if it isn't St. Louis, that'll be great for you.
So now I have to ask
Yes.
that there's not a lot of rules, it sounds like, with the NCAA.
Yep.
Have you sort of taken advantage of that? Not in a bad way, but have you kind of gotten like in depth with players before when you have all that access?
Some, like I had a really good hair conversation with like Boswell and Jake Davis last year. And, you know, I've had these moments where you can have that. It does get like when the team is really good, like 2024, you know, there's national media wanting to talk to Terrence Shannon and Marcus Damask and everybody else. So they open the locker room in 2024 and it's like, who are these 33 people who are also here? And that's because Illinois was a national story and making the Elite Eight and, you know, this great team and all this kind of stuff. So there is that side to it. But yeah, I mean, the best parts for me is you just kind of have, like, you get to watch practice. Like, I would, if Illinois opened up practice, I would be at every single practice for all of time. It's my favorite thing to do is to watch a football or a basketball practice. And they just, obviously, as media restrictions have gotten worse and worse over the years, they just don't allow it at all anymore. And I miss it. But in the NCAA tournament, your shoot around in the gym, it's not a full practice. They're not doing that, but they are putting them through an hour of drills. You get to watch the entire thing. You get to see what coaches are doing what. You get to see how this player is, you know, is he bandaged? Is his shot back? All that kind of stuff. So it is a lot of fun to get to those open practices. So that's my favorite thing about covering the team, because you get this kind of wide open look to like, hey, I'm going to go stand right down by the court and count how many threes Jake Davis makes in a row and that type of thing. So it's a lot of fun. So I hope you get a chance to experience. You know, I guess this is your last chance as a senior, so I hope you get a chance to experience it.
Me too. That would be great. But now I'm curious, how many, I don't know if you said it yet today, how many postseasons have you covered for Illinois?
It's a good question. I mean, it would have been more. I didn't cover, so I had a media pass in 2013, but I didn't go to cover the tournament that year. And I, you know, my kids were still in high school. I had 2 kids in high school at the time and this and that. So I only started like covering road games and that once my wife and I were empty nesters, and especially since after I moved to Champaign in 2020. So I would have in that like 2015 to 2020 range. We just didn't make the NCAA tournament a single time.
Gotcha.
So I was so excited to cover in 2020 because it would have been the first one since 2013, first opportunity to cover NCAA tournament. And yeah, so for me, it's just 21 and on that I've been able to do it. So yeah, it's been great. It's a lot of fun as a fanalist, as I call myself, as a fan journalist. Obviously, I can't, you know, it's the NCAA tournament. I'm going to be nervous, but there are ways to, you know, often you're up in that, what they call the hockey press box in a lot of the arenas where you are at the very, very, very top of the arena. But when you're up there and you're back there, you can kind of stand up and wander around and pace if you have to and that type of thing. So it's a fun kind of media environment to be in for me. So I do have one other thing that I want to cover here before. I mean, I guess I could do 6 things. Scott's not here to say no. But I wanted to talk about what these last 5 years. I just want to run people back through this of what the Big Ten tournament has been, because this has been a really good run of Big Ten tournament. Look, Brad Underwood is like 4th all time among coaches in total Big Ten tournament titles. Like I had the list here earlier. Let me scroll down to it. The only coaches who have more than Underwood's 2 are Izzo has 6 Big Ten tournament championships. Thad Matta had 4 at Ohio State. Bo Ryan had 3 at Wisconsin. And then Underwood is tied with guys like Beeline and Painter with 2. So it's been successful. I'll just run people through what the last 5 years have been like. I just talked earlier about the 2021 tournament in Indy during COVID. First time fans were in the arena. That was a great time in the Dome. Illinois won that one. Then 2022 was almost the opposite. Illinois wins the regular season Big Ten title, beats Iowa on that Sunday. Everybody's now super excited once again for the Big Ten tournament. And what happens? Illinois goes to Indy, loses the first game to Indiana, and just like that, everybody had bought tickets for the whole weekend. And sorry, I think it was Thursday. No, it was Friday. It was Friday when out and done, and that's it. Thanks for coming. That's the end of the Big Ten tournament for Illinois. So 2023 was back to Chicago. That was easily the worst one. Illinois lost its 3rd game to Penn State. Had lost twice in the regular season, then lost to them. That, what was it, Andrew Funk guy hit, I think, 726 three-pointers, and Illinois lost. And then, as we talked about earlier, 2024 was just the opposite. Illinois went on a run up in Minneapolis, beat, let's see if I can get this right, Ohio State on Friday night, beat Nebraska on Saturday, beat Wisconsin on Sunday, and in all 3 of those games, Illinois trailed by 10 in the second half and came back to win, and it launched what was a great NCAA tournament. So then last year, I believe it was 2 games, I'm doing this off the top of my head, beat Iowa, lost to Maryland in Indianapolis in Bankers Life or whatever the Pacers Arena is called now, and that was that. But even with that now puts Illinois with these recent wins. Let me pull up the list here because I don't think people maybe don't realize this. The total wins in the Big Ten tournament, again, since 1998. Michigan State has the most with 36 wins. Illinois is second with 35. Ohio State is third with 34. And Wisconsin is 4th with 32. And then Michigan has 28. Iowa has 23. And if you don't know this, Purdue has this thing in the Big Ten tournament that it's often a failure. I don't know why. Like Purdue all-time, Illinois all-time in the Big Ten tournament is 35 and 23. Purdue all-time is 21 and 25. So Purdue is tied with Penn State in terms of number of Big Ten tournament wins. That's one of the craziest stats out there, that Penn State and Purdue have the same number of Big Ten tournament wins. So that's why, this is that kind of like, I'm very big about Illinois having the statistics to carry through. Illinois being able to prove that, hey, yes, we have these, kind of moments of we are one of the top teams in the Big Ten and one of the top 15 programs in the country. Well, these stats prove it out. A little run here, and if Michigan State were to get upset, Illinois could come out of this tournament with the most Big Ten tournament wins, be on top of that list. And then in terms of titles, Michigan State has 6, Ohio State has 5, Illinois and Michigan have 4. So that's kind of what's at stake this weekend, and that's the last thing. So I don't know, Maisie, how should we close this out? Do you want to do you want anything else we should have covered? Should we talk about Scott since he's not here? Like, how should we close this episode out?
Okay, I said it before. This is an opportunity.
Yep.
You know what? How about this? What is your craziest basketball story? Illinois basketball, whether it's your time as a student in Crush or covering it.
Give me a second. My single craziest Illinois basketball story. Let's see. I've broken a seat in Assembly Hall. I've been on the court. I've been kicked out.
All right, we might pause. Why did you get kicked out?
Oh, should we pause there? Okay.
Maybe.
That's probably it. Okay. I, Robert Rosenthal, was ejected from a bragging rights game for drinking while wearing my media credential.
Ooh.
So there's not much to the story other than I was talking to some friends who were in a suite and I had my credential on and I left to go back down to the court and a security guy from up there followed me and he said, sir, were you just drinking a beer? And I said, yeah, I had a beer with my friends. And he's like, can you read the back of your credential? It says, while as a member of a media, you may not drink any alcohol. And if you are, you can be ejected from the arena. So I had to go down and get my laptop from the court. And then 2 security guards, like either side of me, walked me out of the arena and like walked with me until I was outside. They didn't give it the bar bouncer like shove at the door. I was kind of hoping for that just for the story.
Full escort.
Yes,
out.
A full escort out of the arena for drinking while wearing my media credential.
Okay, that's not as bad as where I thought that could have been.
You thought I was getting kicked out for like screaming at a ref from Media Row or something like that?
I would hope not, but there's the possibility. You know, when alcohol is involved, I've never seen you drink before, so I don't know where that
Yes. No, I'm pretty chill. Like people will see me on top of the fire truck on a football weekend and think, boy, that guy's lit. No, I'm just lit on Illinois football. Okay. I'm just excited to tailgate. I'm really not that guy. But yes, never, read the back of your little credential thing hanging around your neck, kids, because if you drink a beer, you might get kicked out of an arena.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay, Illinois won the game.
Perfect. Yeah, not that I would do that anyways, but cautionary tale.
That's right. Yes. See, this is part of your education. Right. This is all the educational part of all of this, Maisie. Like, we wanted producers who were students in journalism. You're going into sports journalism. You are learning lessons here. We're in the Armory. This is all educational. This is perfect. So I like it. That's a great final question. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for joining us for Light the Eye. Thank you for listening to me ramble once Scott wasn't here to keep me inside the white lines. And let's go Illini and let's try and bring home a Big Ten tournament title. What do we do at the end of our episode? It is time to unlight.